Ouchtown population, you, bro! 2 health, get out of here! Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Random's Thoughts. It's time for some more Phobies action. Let's jump into it. I can see people are already hanging out in chat. What's good? How's chat doing out there tonight? I hope Saturday is treating everyone well, that the weekend is treating everyone well. It's hot here. It's very hot here. I'm hoping that the fans that I have on are not going to overpower me. I'm going to try and do without for a little while. I had them on last night and I forgot about it, honestly, because it was also very hot. We'll play it by ear. Alright, so we're jumping in. We're up against Ryuichi. We are on... This may sting a bit, I think. Yes. We'll see how we do. We're going second, which I kind of prefer on a lot of maps. I think, especially on big maps, I think I like going second more. I'm not sure yet. I'm still in the process of deciding. But yeah, aside from the game reviews, I do want to try and actually get some little John Madden action going. Get a little setup for trying to do some telestrator stuff, get some of those other fun things online. We're going with cassowary here because I want to be able to have a little more mobility. Do we want to go 6? I guess we're okay with this and just going with the 1, get more board control. I don't know if this is really what we want, but we'll see. We'll see. Hey, Ando, what's good? Yo, Chomp, quick question. Do you think mechanical phobies like Motherload are TY? I'm not quite sure what you're asking, Izumi. I assume that's supposed to be like, are they okay? But yeah, the mechanical phobies across the board, I'm just gonna try and assume the question, so correct me if I'm not answering the question you're actually asking. Like, I think the mechanical phobies are fine. I think they're mostly pretty solid. We probably should have flipped these so the cassowary is more in the middle right away. So if we take this point, what happens? You get spit on. And then this leaps on you, so that's 5, 9. So this will die. It'll 100% die. We're going to take this. They could spit on it and then hit it with the murder wing and eliminate it, I guess, as a quick way to address it. The snowball is really problematic. I need to increase my stress level and get my own snowball so that I can play it. If for no other reason, I want to try and find ways to counter it. So we can't go higher than a 3. Because I want 2 keys so that way we can get to 7. What do we go here then? I'm not really sure, to be honest. We're going to go with Eternal Night. I don't think this is really what we want, but we're going to try it. I want the high damage, mostly. I think this is safe, or should be safe. It could still get spit on, but we'll see. Are they good just because erratic hard counters all of them? Everything has their weaknesses, each of the phobies. Yes, erratic is a really strong answer to it, but that doesn't mean that it completely turns them off or something. Like, I frequently run Hevo 3.0 out there, and you can beat erratics. It just changes your game plan of how you have to address them. So, it's not significantly different. There are a bunch of electrical phobies running around. So, yes, there is the possibility that the erratics and kin of the world will shut them down. But even things like Hevo here, plain old Hevo, it gives you a lot of flexibility. And plus, statistically, a lot of the mechanical phobies, they cover for their weakness because they are just better, for the most part. If we move this in, I think this dies to the spit, right? 4, 5... Yeah, it's going to die to the actual fire. So this was not a great choice on our part, honestly. If you go here, you can leap into... Basically, I think we lose both of these, honestly. Meatball's down. We're trying to threaten the idea that we could kill something that comes out here, but I don't think that's necessarily very likely. So if this goes up... Like, do we have to do this? I don't know if that's where we want it to be. But we're gonna drop the pterodactyl here. It's clearly more sturdy. This murder wing still may be dead. We're gonna actually move it over here. This may be too aggressive down here in the south. We'll see. We'll see. Can I give you a challenge for next game? I guess it depends. We'll have to see. I see Motherload as a control phobie. Motherload can just push a lot of damage or just threaten a lot, so... that's no problem, Mizumi. Yeah, I think the mechanical phobies are fine, for the most part. I mean, they have some of their duds just like any other species of phobie. You know, they all have different advantages. Going first is good because you can immediately start giving pressure with low-cost phobies. Meanwhile, going second gives you the ability to counter with bigger ones. Overall, players are still missing a lot of phobies, so everyone is forced to have their own strategy, adapt to what happens on the map. When a lot of people have all the phobies, maybe there'll be some fixed strategies. I agree. A lot of stuff, and I do want to talk about openers. That's what I was alluding to earlier with doing the John Madden thing, and like do some actual playbooking, we'll say, on different maps, specifically the ones in the pool right now, but do some beginner tips as well. Those may or may not overlap, but the problem is if I say, oh, well, yeah, on this map it's pretty solid to open with Murder Wing because of X, Y, and Z. I don't remember if Murder Wing is one of the ones you start with, so then it's somebody who's new is going to go, all right, oh, wait, I don't have Murder Wing. Womp wah. You know, something like that. My challenge is lead with Muffin Top on turn 1. There was who was it that always wants to open Murder Muffin? I actually don't have Muffin. Otherwise, I don't think starting with Muffin is actually that bad, to be honest. So they have a spider. Along came a spider. We can't get too much closer. I think we rotate up here, though. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. They could come here and spit. And then move this onto the fire. So I think we leave this here. This could then move up and leap onto the center point at the very least. This allows us to get 2 hits on this portion here. I think we want to bank. We either want to get Hevo. I don't think we're going to get a Rambolina online, but I think it's worth getting Spider into the mix to make them think about Spider pulls as well. I don't know. I don't think they can kill this, because they just don't have enough things that can reach it to be able to push enough damage. I hope. Murder Wing is meta. Murder Wing is starting phobia, yet everyone's still using it, even higher ranked games. Yeah, because Murder Wing is one of the best phobies in the game. Like, full stop. It is just incredibly efficient at all the things that you want. It's high mobility, it's range, which obviously the mobility increases its range. High mobility meaning it's not a 1-move phobie. I mean, it's not a 3-move phobie. It's decent mobility, it's ranged, it has a high damage output, and it's fairly durable given the life leech. You know, there are tons of times where, due to the mobility because of flight, which I didn't mention a second ago, but because of the mobility granted by flight, you can pop over Meatball, maybe tank a hit, and then get the hell out of dodge. Plus, it directly counters Jar Cannon, which is hugely important. Hugely important. I want Muffin too, so much hate. He seems more valuable than Clinico because of low cost. I would generally agree there, for the most part. Like, I think that's absolutely true. You could go here and pull. I think you'd end up here. Hit twice. Leap, spit. Like, they could probably eliminate it if we allowed it. If they move up and pull the spider, go here. I think we're okay if we move the spider up. Reason being is if they really want to go after the spider, it's like, okay, buddy, you got me. No, we don't want to do that. This will just die. We're in a weird spot here. They can't put anything onto the point, the stem, and kill it. But we kind of have to get out of the spider's range. I'm not a huge fan of having to do this. 6 keys, huh? We need something to help back this up. We can't... We have to supplement with something else. As much as I want to get Hevo online, I think we need to do something else this turn. Pterodactyl might end up on a wall. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to play around with. Ryuichi's trying to prepare an assault heart, in my opinion. I don't think that's what they're going for. I think this was all to set up a kill on the Pterodactyl right now. I mean, they could invade to a degree, but we'll see. So I was expecting this. This was not a good trade down here, by the way. So they could move Hevo and spit on it, but that's not going to... Like, they have to do both. And we should be able to punish them for this, I think. This is why I wanted to supplement this, and maybe we needed even more, because these two are not going to be able to get, say, 9 keys worth. Oh boy, yeah, we're actually in trouble. We played it too passively, I think. We needed the cassowary to not die here, and it should have been, like, just below the Jin Sting, so that way we could also push more damage with it. Because right now, we're just not going to do enough here, is the bottom line. Like, look at this. We're getting nothing out of this. This was a big throw. This was a big throw. Actually, wait. Can we... How much are you at? Yeah, so we even have to do this, which feels terrible. That is 600 health. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna get pulverized here. Beauty's gonna... Yeah, we basically just threw on that last turn, for the record. How do we pull this back? I don't think there's a way to do this. I don't think... This was just a poor sequence on my part. Well, we're going big to try and, like, force something to happen. I don't think this is the answer. I think this is actually a mistake, but, you know. Beauty's very strong. Yeah, Beauty's pretty solid. I don't think it matters at this stage. Like, the Beauty could have been any arbitrary large phobie. Like, it actually doesn't matter. The problem here is, like, our positioning was just awful. So, we threw. You needed to turn 1 muffin, obviously. Now, I'm a little surprised that they're backing off. I think they could have pushed a bunch of damage. I guess the Flesh Crawler's a little scary. I don't know. But the Flesh Crawler, honestly, is not going to do much. I kind of took that out of frustration. But the Flesh Crawler is absolutely not what we need here. What do we need? If we had banked earlier for Hevo, we'd be in a better position, but I think the real answer is 3 turns ago, we needed to position better and have better follow-up than just Jin Sting, aka the positioning needed to not lose the cassowary, because that dive could have been counteracted by us actually having the cassowary alive to hit something. If you play Beauty badly, it's just a punching bag. I think that goes for any phobie, but the thing is that Beauty is so strong because it allows for so many powerful plays. Alright, so the poll is back online. That's obviously very bad. No, this is not going to work. This is not good, chat. I want this closer, but I think it will die. Honestly, where we're positioned with everything, we're probably going to lose everything anyway. They can pick and choose whatever they want to get with the spider. I thought we would be okay if they pulled our spider and we were able to fight it, but obviously that's not the case. And because we had to back off as we're doing this turn, it means that we're... That's not what I meant to do. It means we're just gonna die. Like, we're not doing anything of value here. So we're going to bank for the Hevo. I don't know what else pulls us back in this spot. We're taking a ton of damage, but we're just kind of... We got to wait it out and make something happen. They should be able to fly up a meatball, right? Yeah, this... So this was just a mistake. I guess the Murder Wing is going to die. I don't know. Is Miss Moffat pull available? Yes. Yes, it is. Imagine Brony in the middle of the map. That would be pretty good. That would be pretty good. Yeah, Beauty is pretty strong. Beauty is pretty good. It's right now a level 8 Beauty. Honestly, I think we were fine. Just that one turn I miscalculated because I thought we'd be able to punish more than we did. But in retrospect, it's obvious that, no, there was no way we were going to do anything. So why did we even position that way? Like, I positioned to bait something that we couldn't actually capitalize on. Therefore, like, what was the purpose? Alright, so we're gonna do this. Probably gets us nothing. I mean, it pushes a bunch of damage, but, like, is that actually worth it? I doubt it. This obviously leads to a bunch of splash damage. It's gonna be a dead Murder Wing, possibly a dead Flesh Crawler, likely a dead Flesh Crawler. The pull is still available, too, so we could get punished super hard in other ways as well. I anticipate this game is over. Our opponent still has 8 keys left, but, you know. Yeah, they still have 8 keys, so, like, we're in a horrendous position. Which we did to ourselves, you know. So that goes down. This'll go down. I don't see any way that doesn't go down. I really want to resurrect Phobie, mostly the Terry. I assume you mean the newly deads, Forgo? Oh yeah, I've had Hevo 3.0 for a while now. We got that beginning of last season, I want to say. Oh, so this is dead to the fire. So yeah, we lost... Like, did we even kill... We traded... This is what the trade was. We traded Flesh Crawler, Murder Wing, and Jin Sting for Murder Wing. It's a solid trade, right? Oh, Pterodactyl? Yeah. Pterodactyl is pretty good. I go in and out of how much I like it, but it's pretty solid. So we still cannot kill the Beauty, and the heal is going to be online soon. We might be able to get it like this. Problem is, I think our Hevo's dead. Our Hevo might die, but I don't know what else we do here. Like, we don't have very many other options, so we're just going to kind of go for it. I think we could have got this online last turn. Like, there was no point in waiting. You win? I mean, we've won from stranger positions. It depends on whether they can kill this Hevo this turn. If they can, the game is over. Obviously. But I don't know that they have enough damage. I'm not sure how we fight the Erratic, though. No, I'm joking. I mean, I have won from worse positions than this, which is scary. But, like, I don't see how we actually win this, realistically. And we're not going to push a ton of heart damage, so they have a ton of time to come back, you know. Overall, if you play Hevo 3.0 and your opponent plays Erratic, even if it's 3.0, are you still afraid of Erratic? No. Generally, I feel the Hevo player has an advantage. I mean, it depends. Overall, I'd say it's like 55-45. I don't think it's as hard of a counter as people tend to believe that it is. So if we step back here, this can hit us, which can spit on it. This cannot reach. This could reach if it went here. Erratic's going to walk up. I guess this is okay. I mean, part of me wants to go aggressive and put this here. But the risk is that this then just pulls it right off the panic point, so we can't do that. Only thing I fear is Blastomatic when using Hevo. Why Blastomatic? Blastomatic feels like it's overcosted to a degree, but I haven't seen it enough to really decide. So our opponent could make a very strong push here. We have to continue backing off with the Hevo. So we could go, like, all in on the heart, but they have just way more stuff. Like, I wonder if we just go for the heart here. I don't think we can yet, truthfully. We could soon, but not yet. The reason being is that we aren't quite pushing a ton of damage. Well, maybe we can. Chat, we're going for it. This is probably ball game the wrong way, but we'll see. No, we can't put it on the power tile. The reason being is that the spider will pull whatever shows up on the power tile, and then we're dead. This is what I was afraid of. Like, I was going to move the Hevo here to try and defend, but now we just can't, right? Yeah, it's the Luffy strat. We get a turn, like, ahead of them, but they are now in control of the majority of the panic points. And we can't stand on the tile, they can. So it's Snowball, K9, and a powered-up Hevo versus Hevo, Cowbell, and Pterodactyl. I don't know who wins this race, probably them. That's 1,400 and 8, we'll say 23, just to round up. 25, 27 versus 18, 24. Yeah, they have an advantage here. Hold on. They had a life advantage going in. They have the majority of the panic points, and they're going to be pushing more damage. So the question is, if we go here... Yeah, we lose. We lose this race. Because we can't step on the tile. They'll be able to kill the pterodactyl. At least I'm pretty sure we lose this race. I think they're just going to push too much damage. Because I think they kill us in 2 sets of attacks. Like this turn and next turn. And we're not killing them this turn. At least I don't think so. I'm just, like, doing rough math in my head. I obviously didn't count up the exact. But yeah, we're at 885. We're dead. Yeah, that guarantees it. Oh, no. Could we have gotten there if we didn't screw that up? Let's see how low it gets. Let's see how low the heart gets. We might have gotten there if we didn't make that misplay. 800. No, we wouldn't have, because we would have been 1 attack short. So what would have happened is we would have had to move the Hevo another space, so we would have gotten 1 less attack last turn. And then, so it would really be at like 1,200 health, and we'd only be doing like 800 this turn, so GG. Honestly, this game was way closer than it should have been, given the mistake that we made earlier. Like, that was a pretty egregious placement, movement, positioning mistake. We have a bunch of new people in chat. So, you'll notice if you've watched any of my stuff or if you hang out for a little while, I will call out actively when the game is over. And I know a lot of people probably think that when I call that, it's premature. And there have been a couple times where it wasn't actually the case. Like, we did go on to win some of those games. But I think the vast majority of people underestimate how often a game is decided on, like, turn 2 or 3. Now, when I say turn 2, I don't literally mean, like, you went once and I went once. I mean, like, I've had 2 turns. The mispositioning and hemorrhaging of keys early on has snowball-related ramifications later on down the line. The key is to not get tilted by these games. Exactly, Izumi. Like, I tend to not tilt. I mean, I have on stream before. It's happened. A couple examples actually went up on YouTube just because I figured I'd throw them in there. Like, why not? I tend to not tilt when I'm streaming because I make streaming-related mistakes. As in, like, I'm streaming, I'm trying to do multiple things, so I'm just not playing as well as I could. So it doesn't bother me as much. But not tilting is a serious part of it where it's just, like, you need to let the mistakes go. However, it is important to also recognize that an early on mistake does end the game effectively on the spot. And in that last game, literally we lost the game on turn 1. Why did we lose the game on turn 1? The mispositioning by sending Cassowary to the bottom and the Eternal Knight top meant that we could not properly threaten their opening. So as a result, since we couldn't pressure them, we had to play defensively, or should have played defensively, with an aggressive opener. So we're already at a disadvantage. I tried to push the aggression, and then effectively we were -3 keys right off the bat, and a whole bunch of board position. Now, I was able to play it what I think was very well in order to pull things back, but it just didn't come together. So this was in the rotation early on when I started playing Phobies, and then obviously fell off. It's come back around again. I don't really remember what I went on this map, other than, like, claiming this bottom point with Murder Wing early on. Now, this means that they can threaten this spot right off the bat, for the most part. We can't send, say, a droney there. It's not going to do anything of value. We could break this with Gravedigger, like has been coming up on a lot of other maps, so that way we can immediately just run stuff to these points. I don't really want to do that. So what do we do here? The Murder Wing will live and threaten killing it back, so I think this is fine. I don't think there's any way they can kill the Murder Wing, right? Because this can't get to it. This is only going to get a single hit. Jar won't be able to reach it. I'm not really concerned about any of those things. And we're going to go Cowbell to counteract the Henrietta, because it can't be poisoned. So we'll see what we can do here. Let me pop out chat so I don't lose anything. So yeah, the Gesundheit is kind of held at bay here, because while it could go in and get a single shot on the Murder Wing, it's not going to kill it, so it's not actually that much of a threat. Now the Bow Mangles, on the other hand, is fairly obnoxious. We don't really have a great way to deal with that. And we can't even be aggressive about this. Like, say we sent Cowbell down here. Ignoring the fact that a Jar or something like that could pop out, this can move over, this can move over, and they both kill it. And it's like, okay, we took the point for nothing. I think we just kill the Henrietta. This reduces their map presence because they have 2 very slow Phobies. I don't know that it matters which place we put it in, but we're just going to kill this. So how are we going to fight the Bow Mangles? Go to 4. Like, this is probably fine. Cassowary gives us the option to be able... So this is like 1,300 damage or so. So then we supplement next turn with, say, a Gin Sting. And we might be okay. We will be able to get Panic Point control this turn. They could hypothetically push the Bowmangles to here, but I kind of doubt they will. I don't think we can kill this Gesundheit. We probably should have put Cassowary one space lower. I'm not sure. The Jar supplementing this would be kind of obnoxious. Alright, so they went with Gravedigger. We can't actually threaten to kill this, so we're not actually going to have Panic Point control here. So this is why the Cassowary should have probably been one space lower, because it could have swung down here. Whereas we should have known that there's no... Like, we're just not doing 1,800 damage this turn. It's not happening. We can sack the Cowbell. We traded 1 for 1, and now we have Panic Point control. We do have to retreat this, because we can't stay in range of this and this. We'll get killed by them. We're going to leave you up there. We're going to leave you up there. So this can kill the Cowbell from there, but they're going to have a few turns before they can do anything. At this stage, I want to bank. Which, this is not a great position to bank from, because we're effectively Cassowary, Murderwing, and Gin Sting trying to bank. It's not awful, but it's not spectacular. Now, what they did here is pretty good. Moving the Bowmangles here means that it's going to be exceptionally difficult to dislodge it, meaning that we now effectively have to fight for these bottom panic points. There's no real clean way to address it otherwise. This can pop over, this could move up. So this will do 6, 10. So this is probably going to go here. We could leap. We'll end up on this spot. That's not the end of the world. This moves up in Meatballs. So we kill it, but we don't have anything to follow it up with. So I think what we're going to do, as much as I want to bank, is we're going to go good old Flopsy here. So Flopsy allows us to aggressively retake this point. If they send the Gravedigger in, they're going to, what, send this in to then kill the bones, and then we kill that? I think we take that trade. They can't threaten anything else this turn. I'd love to be able to go in on something and actually kill it, but I don't think we can position aggressively and not risk losing a bunch of stuff. Now, what they may do to be obnoxious is actually move the Gravedigger to here, or even on the point, and then block this point off, like this spot here, because that'll break LOS on some things, and that would be super bad for us. So this could come down for, we'll say 5, 6 is 10, another 6 is 16. So that would probably kill this. Yeah, they're going to sack the cat. They're going to sack the cat. We can come out key positive on this exchange, so they sack the cat, we kill it, we send in Flopsy, they kill it by sending in the Gravedigger, and then we kill the Gravedigger. But they will then have Panic Point control, so that's the drawback here. Like, I don't think breaking and moving any of these gets us any advantage. But yeah, the cat's going to come in and sacrifice itself. Well, like I said, we don't have a good way to dislodge Bowmangles or anything. So we're going to try and go over the top and put something big on the board that's big and threatening, and then swing control to our team that way. So yeah, this was kind of expected. It doesn't really do much for them at this stage, so we're going to kill the cat trivially, obviously. This actually lines up everything for bees. The big thing is that this doesn't allow the cassowary to come through for cleanup on anything. So we could do this. I just want to see how this works. See if this is at all valuable to us. I don't think this is worth. We're gonna run out of time on this turn. I don't know if that was worth it either, truthfully. Like, they could kill the Murder Wing here. But we're trading 3 keys for 2, possibly. It depends on whether they kill the Murder Wing. The Pterodactyl investment might not have been great, but I think it's good enough here, possibly. Obviously, this dies. They probably just step on here. Oh, and they can just walk away. That's fair. So we got 3 keys for 2, like we were saying. Because they elected not to kill this. And we still retain control of this top panic point. Now, they got their own Resurrect Phobie online, so that's going to prove to be an issue for us, obviously. Now, the Scritch... Like, let's say we do this. We can't actually kill this unless we risk something dying. The Scritch could buff, like, you'll do 900 with, say, this. Like, nothing can hit us twice. 913. 18. Like, I think we're okay. I could be getting... Actually, you know what? We probably lose to a Snowball here. So, if they have Snowball, they buff whatever. They go in with Bowmangles, Gravedigger, and maybe Snaky. Then they run Snowball out there, and they kill the Pterodactyl. Or a Droney. A Droney would do it too. But I'm guessing they don't have it or they would have done it right there. So this was an over-aggressive play. Like, there was no need to do this. Excuse me. See the hydrates in chat? Area max 5 phobies, true. Fair. Calculated. No, obviously, or I would have said that. That's a fair point. See, this is why you always have to be cognizant of not overextending yourself from a phobie count perspective. Now, I'm surprised they didn't advance the Bowmangles. I mean, I kind of get it, but, they kind of needed to, because this needed to be here. Otherwise, now they're going to have to juggle stuff this turn. We could have got it anyway, but, we don't have Newly Dead, so I'm just going to send 1 cost in here. I don't think we wanted to pull back. I think this was actually a mistake. So they're going to have to reposition the Bowmangles down here in order to let the Newly Dead pass. Or they run the Newly Dead onto the lava, which I highly doubt they'll do. The reason being is that... Oh, really? Okay. Gambling on them not having a Droney or Snowball, strategic genius? Yep. It's all about that. It definitely wasn't just, oh yeah, they already have 5 phobies, so whoops. Pterodactyl is such low HP for 7, I can't use them correctly. You have to... The idea is actually be very aggressive with it. You know, don't put it in a position where, yeah, it's going to get incinerated right away. But It has fairly high damage output and obviously very good mobility thanks to flying. So you need to pressure it, get 7 keys worth of value, and then you can worry about, okay, well now it's just going to die and, like, let it go. See, like, if we were more aggressively positioned here, we might have been able to make something happen, but we can't hit the sheep for enough. Can we? I highly doubt it. I think we're only doing, like, 15 here. Close, but not quite. Oh, boy. So if the pterodactyl gets poisoned, we kind of don't care. Yeah, we needed to pull this back, because I think with the buff from Scritch, it would kill it. Like, if they Scritch the Bowmangles moved up, I think they just snipe the Murder Wing, although they're going to get the Cassowary here in the same way, so we'll see. Pterodactyl's actually clutch games for me because of the Resurrect. It absolutely can. It makes life so complicated for your opponent. Yeah, we needed to pull this back, too. I was so worried about the other stuff that I just kind of ran out of time. So we will be able to get the sheep here. I just don't know if it's worth getting the sheep, honestly. Because, like, we're going to lose the Gesundheit, or I keep saying Gesundheit, we're going to lose the Jin Sting. Now, we follow up with something. What that something is, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's Stairmaster again, because I think we need the high damage output. So if our opponent commits here in order to try and get the Jin Sting, which, let's face it, they don't have to actually commit that hard. Yeah, they probably just take this for free and then back out, right? Well, maybe not back out, but... Is this enough? That's actually not enough to get it. Which has got to be tilting for them, but I mean, we had that happen to us last game, where everything was surviving at, like, 2 health. Now, this is actually a little concerning. This is 1,200 damage a turn. That's the equivalent of a lot of panic points. So we'll be able to zap this once and then go stand on it. The problem is our follow-up is not great. I don't know. We might be in trouble here. We might be in trouble. What are the red stars in the Phobies portrait? I'm legitimately unsure of what you're referring to. Oh, you mean these? Ah, so yes, that is favorite. So once you hit 30 Phobies, you have the ability to favorite Phobies. And then down here, if you see this little star, I can swap on my vault between whether it's all Phobies or my favorite ones. So that way I can, you know, find them more readily. Nope, I don't want to do that. This will stem the bleeding a little bit. Our opponent might be able to dive the heart here, honestly. I'm not sure. Ah, no problem, Nikki. If you have any other questions, or if anybody else has any other questions, feel free to ask. We're just busy losing some games here tonight. So this could be a play to, like, make us run away. I don't know if we can kill this. But I think we've got him, chat. I think we've got him right where we want him. I don't know. Maybe not. They could walk up here and do, like, 800, and then we just kill it. They can't one-shot this, right? No, they can't one-shot it. Yeah, I think we're in good shape, chat. Now he can't kill Pterodactyl? Exactly. Yeah, I think we've got him. I love Maggie. It's so useful to cap points. Absolutely. I'm actually looking forward to picking up Maggie. Fire Ant was my 29th, and Maggie was my 30th to get that feature. Nice, Forgo. Yeah, this one looked dicey, chat. This one did not look good. But we managed to... Look at this. This actually looks pretty sweet. Like, we got all the blue. We got a living an unliving pterodactyl. We got Stairmaster giving people the evil eye. My man's the Death Star up here. Is that going to actually kill it? It does. And technically it kills our pterodactyl, but not really. But GG. We got him. That one was pretty good. I'll take that one. Go for the heart. I was considering it, but honestly, Sliced, I don't want people to think I'm BMing them that way. Like, we've talked about that before. I guess this would have made more sense when I was talking about the losses earlier, but I've talked on many occasions about how I think concedes, surrenders, however you want to put it, excuse me, should be a thing in Phobies. If you played chess, there's a point where you just have to, like, accept, okay, my opponent's not a dummy, right? Like, yes, they could make a mistake, but it's kind of a sign of disrespect not tapping out. Because it's like, okay, well, the game is over. Let me just concede. And that's why I tend to just surrender on things. If you don't, that's fine. And the game right now encourages it, of not surrendering here. That being said, the reason why I bring it up is I think that doing extra damage to the heart or going around and killing their phobies. Look, I've done that to people by accident and then went, oh, oops, I could just kill their thing and the game is over. My bad. And I guarantee if I was in their shoes on the other side, I'd be screaming. I'm like, this idiot, he just won't do the thing to end the game. It's like, the guy has to be trolling me. And realistically, no, you may not see all the plays because we're not perfect. At least I know I'm not. I don't know about you, chat. But point is that I try to avoid it if I can help it. Keeping the chat on their toes by allowing matches to get close, Jake. Trust me, if I need to be a lot better before I can do that, assuming. Hey, we get a Sparky upgrade. Don't care about that guy. Sparky's kind of lame. So I think we're going to do the same thing we did as last season, chat, and I'm just going to bank the tiers all season. And then at the end of the season, I'll open a bunch of packs. I think that's the game plan. We'll play it by ear. But let's see if we can get another W. If we can get another W, then we'll jump into some game reviews. And then we'll cycle back to doing more arena. You just got a diamond jack from a normal jack? I wasn't even paying attention on that. I just kind of click on the jacks. I don't pay attention to them at all. I don't know what the rules are for jacks. Like, is that a possible thing? I don't know if there's, like, a chance for the jacks to upgrade or something like that. I really need to sit and do the math for, like, the packs and stuff like that. I shout out to DT because DT has done the math before. But I kind of just like to do it myself. And people ask so much about, like, what kind of pack should I open? Or should I do this instead of that? And really it comes down to a couple decision points and then rough ideas. But somebody could, like, the numbers are available for the coffee packs. They're not available for the tiers. I don't know if they're available for jacks. I got a diamond jack from a free jack. Okay, so it sounds like it's possible. There's a chance I once got 2 diamond jacks from wait, you can get 2 from a single jack? I guess it rolls and then it re-rolls. 752 more BNG for the 2,000 pack. Hopefully we can get the 3,000 pack for the end of the season. Hopefully we can get the 3,000 pack for the end of the season, because that would be pretty cool. Open another Dreadful. We've only opened one so far, because the only money I put into the game was I put in 20 bucks at the beginning of last season, or 25. Whatever gets you the Kraken of coffee. I want to say it's 25. Oh, 2 jacks turned into 2 diamond jacks. I gotcha. I thought you were saying that it was 2 popped out of 1. Like it was a nesting doll of jacks or something like that. How do you even bank this much? I personally always run out of patience because I hate opening packs. Like legitimately, you can ask my wife. We played, like, I come from a card game background, competitive card game background. Although I play chess as well, like I said, and other tons of games. I'm surrounded in the basement where I'm streaming from, and the attic also. Although that's not surrounding me, I guess. Technically it is, it's above me. I don't know, whatever. Point is that we have another stabby enjoyer. Okay, this happens, I know I'm doing like 85 thoughts chat, but like, why does it dim sometimes like this? This drives me insane when the game dims like this. I don't think this works. Like, I don't think the spread opener works on this map. The map is just too condensed. So what's going to happen here is our creep is just going to die and they're going to Clinico, which is obnoxious, but... What level did I play chess at? It was only like, I mean, I didn't play competitive chess, like Go and tournaments and stuff. I just used to play it a lot when I was a kid. Like, that was my game before I discovered card games, basically. Yeah, well, this isn't quite the Gilbo opener. It looked like it was. It looked like it was going to be the Gilbo opener, but it turns out it is, in fact, not. Now, we can't claim either of these spaces, but we're going to try and do it this way. This is where a Newly Deads would actually be really good. Because a Newly Dead... Like, I would have gone Newly Deads into this in order to try and recap points. Well, no, I probably wouldn't have, because I would have assumed the Gilbo opener. And the problem is if you aren't assuming the Gilbo opener, or if you are assuming the Gilbo opener, the Newly Deads is not a good answer, because they're going to have 50 things on the board in order to address what you're trying to do. I had 500 coffee, ended up buying a terrifying pack. I've gotten each of them, but yeah, what I was mentioning earlier, okay, the creep positioning was really bad. We just lost creep for no reason. Well, I guess we traded it for Murder Wing. Like, we're trading a couple different things. We're probably trading 4 for 3 here. Probably trading 4 for 3. So we could have gotten the jar, but I think the Murder Wing is more important. I'm not sure. They could kill this. So they hit this a couple times with this, soften it up, move it, step on the point. So we want to deter them from doing that. Do 1,000. We probably just go Jin Sting, right? Probably just Jin Sting. It could be Unbearable. No, Unbearable's not going to be enough. Kind of has to be a Jin Sting. So this means if they decide to cap this point back with Stabby, then we kill Stabby. But yeah, the reason I was talking about card games earlier, trying for the 3rd time to get back to that, a useless statement anyway, but the reason I don't like card games... Oh, they're going for the Cassowary, fair. You're not going to get it, but fair. I don't like card game or opening packs because of card games. Like, I just don't enjoy it. So it's easy for me to resist the temptation of doing it. It's not a thing that really clicks with me, so to speak. So I think we still dive the Stabby here. We'll do 5, 8, 12. We're actually not going to kill it. No, we'll get 2 attacks from this. 15. We might be able to get it. No, we probably can't. We're going to make an attempt. We likely cannot get this. This is 519. Yeah, there's literally no way. This will never do anything of value at this point. Like, this cassowary can't be anywhere that's valuable. Cassowary can't be anywhere valuable. We might as well bank they banked. If they want to advance, we can do something, but for now, it doesn't matter. But I'm just not a fan of opening packs, so I can just stare at the tiers and be like, alright, whatever. Alistor is not really what we wanted to see. That does not bode well. One of the best ways to deal with Stabby is Jeeves. I mean, most 6 keys should probably be able to deal with it, right? I would think that wouldn't be too big of a deal. How are we dealing with this Alistor? We need, like, high damage output, but I don't know. I mean, we could go for our own sheep, but I don't think it's ever going to connect on both of these. And if it goes in on the stabby, I think the sheep just dies. I really don't like sheep. I don't really like our erratic as an answer, but... that doesn't get us anything. So if we move the Jin Sting up, they can pull the Stabby back, pull the Alistor to here, and move the Jar up, and then just tee off on it. And it doesn't get us anywhere. Now, this thing is dead. Because they just summon anything and it runs out here. Or they can do that. That works too. Bad sushi, yep. Alistor has 50% more lifesteal than Sucky, while Sucky has 10% more lifesteal than Undead. Does Sucky have 10% more than Undead? I didn't realize that. That is notable. So I think we're going to bank once again. We just have to have something that can push a ton of damage. Like, maybe sacking that, whatever was not worth it. From a board position perspective. This is going to get tagged by Stabby, but do we care? Possibly. So this is, say, we'll round up to 1,004 is 1,400. Like, we could kill the Stabby. I don't know if that's worth it here. We'll take, say, 600. We have 15. This can't get in range to hit it this turn. This would only be able to hit it once. This may not be worth it. We'll see. So the idea here is that we can move the Jin Sting and the Cassowary into range in order to kill the Stabby. They could just hit the erratic once and then walk away. Yeah. Interesting. I didn't realize Sucky had 50% lifesteal. So our opponent also banked to 6. We have the same amount of keys left. They elect to go for a Sheep and Gas here. So now we have a new priority target. While I still am of the opinion it's not a great answer to Erratic, I don't really want Erratic to get hit by it. Like, that is less than ideal. So what do we do? We'll say 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 is 12. We should be able to punish an advance here as long as we have something to follow this up with. But what are we going to follow this up with? I think it is Stairmaster. So that's 8, 9, 20 and change, plus this can't hit it. So we really are down Phobies here, because remember, that cassowary is basically dead. You got Jill from the season pack? Nice. Yeah, Alistor is one of those Phobies that everybody hates. It's up there with Grimes. I did see, I think it was Claus. I want to say it was Claus, I don't remember, was talking about how, whoever it was, and I apologize if I'm attributing it to the wrong person, but I think it was Claus saying that they feel Moly Bully is better than Grimes. And honestly, I could kind of see it. Moly Bully doesn't require weird things to happen, weird things being you have to kill stuff with Grimes. Obviously, Grimes has a higher ceiling, but you need to... Well, you have to manifest that somehow. So we get a hit for, say, 1,000, 1,500, 19. And then we kill this back. I think we trade favorably here if they elect to stay here. Oh, wait, no. Oh, God. Never mind. Our Erratic took damage. I forgot. Our Erratic took damage. I don't know why I moved that. That was pointless. I don't know that this is the Murder Wing is what we want, but I want another high damage output option. Our opponent can't go in with the Alistor here because we will just blow it up. Wow, they actually took a lot more heart damage than I thought they did. I like Grimes' killing animation. It's like he's absorbing the gravestone. I haven't looked that closely at it. I've only seen it a handful of times, but that's pretty cool if that's the case. Honestly, I wonder if invading here is our option. So our opponent would take 675. So, like, if we do this... This could be a big throw, chat. So they'll take another 8. This could be a big throw. We're going to go for it because I think this is more fun. I think this is more fun, but I think this could be a big throw. So, like, they have to recap this point. We should be able to kill the Alistor. Oh, you have to recap this point, friend. The game is over now. Oh, they have keys. They have keys remaining. Never mind. Oh, no, wait. They have the full Phobies. What are you doing? My friend. What? Like, we just passed turn, right? Like, I'm sorry, I'm not trolling here. I'm like, am I missing something here? This is one of those moments where it's like, I was setting this up and I still thought that I screwed this up. That's the funny part. GG? We got him? Like, I'm sorry. Like, that was just so weird because our opponent just let that happen. Yeah, I get a little chomp action for that. By the way, chat, I did reduce the cost on Big Brain, so people can spam that now, too. Nice, we got a pterodactyl, a murder wing level. That's more important. I think Honey Bear is good in today's Big Mac Scoposium. I think Honey Bear is good on a lot of maps. I really feel like Honey Bear is underrated. I saw people beating it up, and I'm like, I don't quite understand why. It seems really good. Seems really good. .44 actually isn't that high of a stress level. If that's not significantly higher than me. Now, I am very lazy about upgrading my cards. I would expect most of the people at the top, like, if we look at the top of the ladder, like, Claus is 52, Ryuchi's 47, Alien Engineer's 45, 43, apparently Aqua's 72. But, like, 40s is kind of where you see everybody. Like that, I don't think that's really an out there stress level for people that are playing frequently. I think the big thing, I mean, you get outliers like this that are level 98, but yeah. Bank to 9 and play Chuck. That would be tough if I don't have Chuck. It would be a little difficult to play Chuck if I don't have Chuck. Maybe you're just feeling tired? No, I'm seriously, like, I'm just doing things. It's just, the games are what they are right now because I'm not taking them very seriously. Which is fine. Like, it's not a big deal. Do we want that? I'm not trying to make excuses. It's just explaining the situation. I don't mind if we end up losing games. I mean, do I want to win games? Of course. I'd rather win games than lose games. But it's not a big deal if we end up losing games because we're just having fun. The floor is in fact lava. The floor is in fact lava. I mean, that's the thing about Phobies. We've talked about it before. The better player generally wins. Yes, there are other factors. It's possible that if your collection is way worse or the stress levels are an enormous difference or something, that you get beat by RNG or something like that. But at the end of the day, the majority of games are getting decided by player skill and the decisions and choices that players are making. I am making poor choices, so I'm losing games. Is Lights Out of the rotation? I am not sure. I think so. So that's a Grimes, and it's a fairly high level Grimes. It's a level 11 Grimes. So we're going to try and take as many panic points as we can. How are we going to fight this Grimes? Like, do we actually try and sheep this thing? Hold on, if we put it here... They could block this. They go like here. You know, 1, 2, 1, 2. And this threatens it. This is fine. Like, I don't know that it matters. We'll have to see how this goes. I forfeit right here. Grimes, we were talking about this earlier. I forget who was saying in the main Discord. I want to say it was Claus. But they were talking about how they felt that there were other better Phobies than Grimes. Notably, I think they were pointing out Moly Bully, and I can get behind that idea, truthfully. I think we do need to get this out of here just to not risk Grimes' stupidity. If they send the Grimes down here, we can hit it. The problem is that no matter what, there's a Clinico in the future, right? Like, Clinico is absolutely going to show up and clobber whatever we show up with. So the question is, can we punish this thing now? It has 2,000 health, so I'm going to go with that's probably a big fat no. This jar is in range to get clobbered by our murder wing, though. So what I'm thinking we do here is when they go to kill our cowbell with the Grimes, we can hit it with the sheep, we can hit it with the murder wing, and then we can hit it with a jar, but only once. Like, this Grimes might spell defeat for us, I don't know. Oh, poisoning dimensional phobies is absolutely worthless. Maybe not absolutely. It's the vast majority of the time it is worthless. It doesn't do anywhere near what you usually feel that it would. So now we're doing 780 damage. Huge damage points here. There's no way they dive for this. This jar, I mean. There's no shot. Hold on. If you went here... Yeah, if we sent the murder wing aggressively, it's probably just dead. It's likely just dead. So we're going to soften this up, because we have to. Like, this is being such a high level, it's less that the Grimes itself, it's more that it's a level 11 Grimes. The sheep, it was not a good answer. Truthfully, we probably would have been better served with a creep. Just to force the Clinico at that stage, and then kind of go for something. Wow, they're healing it now? I mean, I guess at 1800 we might have been able to get it. But, like, you could have just killed this? I don't know, that feels weird. So that's 6, 11, 13. I mean, this is a big threat. What the hell is that heal? That's the muffin that everybody always wants to see. You've never seen muffin before? How have you not seen a muffin before? Game. This'll get our sheep killed, like, pretty trivially. I don't know that that's worth it, honestly. I kind of feel like we bank. I feel like we bank. I don't know if this is really what we want to do, but I don't think we can fight into what they have. Seems weird to burn your muffin when the enemy sheep is hanging out in range. Well, at this level, based on the level of their Grimes, even if it's their very first ultra rare, like my jar cannon was my first ultra rare, it's still only level 8. They have a level 11 Grimes. It's possible they were super lucky, but I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that they are above stress level 30. The sheep is always suicidal, but in this case, it's just buffing the Grimes, and they would have popped out the Clinico, which is what I was alluding to. Now, we do have them at about half health, but we no longer have the pressure that we did before. No, game. Like, do we droney? I don't know that this is worth it, but it puts the onus back on them to make something happen. We could also hypothetically run the sheep in and connect with other stuff. Aside from Grimes, I mean, we'd want to hit Grimes, but I think what we do at this point is just send a big thing down here and push face. Because I don't think we can ever actually fight their Grimes. Not necessarily, I mean, the damage output is the big thing, but like, it's just going to cleave through everything. It's not going to do anything of value for us. So we could connect with these two. Clinico can only heal one, and then we lose the sheep to the Grimes. Game. Killing me here. I don't know that this is what we want either. Obviously, our murder wing is going to die. Just started playing on big maps. Nice. Yeah, the big maps are a lot to take in the first time you play it. The first time you play a big map, it's just like, oh my god, what is happening? The fart animation and sound is so good. It is pretty funny. Oh no, the honey bear. I guess they realize, yeah, you got to do it in the other order so that way you get the kill with the crimes. There you go. You got it. You got it. Yeah, honey bear. So we're only up 3-2 from a panic point perspective. That's a little unfortunate. Game. sometimes Phobies just doesn't want to. Like, Phobies is just like, nah, I don't feel like it. Alright, chat, we're just going for it. I don't think there's any way that we can actually win this game fighting Phobie to Phobie. Trust me, as soon as he was played turn 1, I lost. Wait, what? I tell Grimes is OP, no one believes me. Grimes is not OP. Grimes is not OP. It's very strong, but I don't think it's actually overpowered. Go for the heart attack, that's exactly what we're doing. I don't think we can get there. I think they have enough damage to just... Like, they're going to kill the pterodactyl because the Grimes is doing 1,300 damage a swipe. So what we'd have to do is we're going to lose an attack by getting it out of Grimes range, but I don't think if we stay in Grimes range that it matters. And the mud has 2 more turns. Like, this is lasting a long time. Yeah, Grimes is very strong, but I think that it is beatable. Like, I've beaten a number of Grimes, including ones that are maybe not this high level. I don't remember. Are we gonna get it? I mean, GG? We got there. This map is just incredibly aggressive. Our opponent gave us an enormous amount of time to collect a lot of points. Like, yeah, they had a Grimes with 1,300 attack. Okay. GG? I mean, I'm not trying to... Look, I hope... Because this will go up on YouTube later. I hope nobody watches that. It's like, man, that guy's an ass. He's just shit-talking all his opponents. And it's like... It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Like, you can beat these things, you just have to adapt to it. Now, that may not be possible depending on your collection. You know, I elected to try and... I knew I could not fight that thing, because it was going to take a whole lot of effort to dive it, because it was 2,000 health. 2,000 health on a 4 cost is a lot. Honestly, them starting with Grimes and that high level of Grimes is fine. Like, that's a good start. But being able to, as in my position, cap all those points because they didn't want to fight for them. All right, well, you left your heart open. Bye-bye. In Sum of All Fears? Yeah, I've been in Sum of All Fears since last season. We're still hanging out, throwing some games. We'll see if we can win back some of the points we threw away tonight. So we're on Biff's room. Going first. I don't know how I feel about the stabby opener on this map. Is Gilbo still in chat? I'd be curious. how Gilbo feels about this. The layout for this map feels a little weird. Like, you can't get a good turret position for Stabby without it being exposed in a strange way, I think. Maybe that's not true. Like, maybe if you're here east of this cassowary, or you're in, you know, in one of the adjacent spaces to the cassowary, maybe it's fine? I don't know. So we're going to get hit with a little bees here, which is not great, but if we put cassowary here, it probably dies to jar. Actually, it doesn't. This will die to it, though. This and a jar. So maybe we do this. What 3 cause? So they could snowball. Snowball hypothetically could kill the cassowary that's there. So no matter where they put this Gin Sting, it'll be in range of the jar. We won't kill it unless... we won't kill the Gin Sting, that is. Unless they allow the Razor Mouth to live. Hey man, have you tested blocking the passage with Gravedigger and go for the heart on that map? I've always struggled in it, but I do it. On this map you're talking, Alpaca, or are you talking on Floor's Lava? When you say that map, which map are you referring to? I don't know that we're doing this. I just want to try and be bold for a second. If we go here, it'll die. If we go that... maybe it won't die. Yeah, they kill this. Is that 12, 5, 10? I don't know that this is what we want to do. I don't know how we're fighting this Stabby yet. This will kill the Gin Sting if they leave it there. So we're just trying to be very aggressive about this. I started Mangle on this map on the bottom, then follow up with Gravedigger to open the middle obstacle, give him a safe spot to turret. That's fair. I can see that. The other map, the one you just won. I haven't tried Gravedigger on that. I don't like... So the problem with Gravedigger there is... if you go in with it, you know, the clustering and the narrow nature means that a lot of things are going to hit it. But let's say you block something off. Your opponent can just pop out their own Gravedigger kind of trivially. Like, they'll just get it, right? Because it's probably not even going to have to, like, waste a turn getting up there to do it. I'll have to go back and look at it to see which point you're referring to, but I can't picture in my head a good spot to do it on. I mean, I like the idea, don't get me wrong. Okay, they figured out our plan, our master plan of just sniping this Gin Sting. So we're going to bank at this stage. We don't want to advance another Phobie, because we don't want, you know, anything to get blown up. So we back off. If we go, anything that ends up in this spot will get hit by both Gin Sting and this. Now, the cat is probably dead no matter what we do. But this forces them to actually attack said cat. This is safe from everything except for this. And there's nothing we can really do about that. Now, there's an argument. Maybe we do this. So the cat was here. Five, 10, 15. We might be able to kill this Stabby. It's unlikely, but we might be able to. Got Mount Crushmore from a 2K tiers pack? Grats. Crushmore is real solid. You're gonna be pleased with that guy. We probably still kill this Gin Sting. I just don't know what we lose in the process. It's gonna depend on where they put the Stabby and what they follow up with. Okay, we're not going to kill it because they're going to heal it. Are they going to heal it? Yes, they are. If they didn't, it's like, okay, you've just wasted that thing. 5, 10. It's not enough. 5, 10. Because you go here. Now, let's just count this up. We're almost definitely not doing this, but... Yeah, we can't because we backed the jar off. We backed the jar off. We needed to leave the cat. We're probably just banking again this turn, so we want to get in a better defensible position. So that means this has to go. The jar can stay where it is. Cat comes back. This can walk in and... Bees. So we need to split these a little bit. We should still be able to kill or possibly kill the stabby. Because it'll step into range. It takes 1,000 and change from this, 1,500, and then jar. But that means we'll probably lose the jar and possibly the murder wing on the return. So we probably should have moved the cassowary back. But our opponent does not seem interested in advancing that. So they banked to 6. Now, it's possible that they are just going to follow up with a erratic to what we're going to do here. But I think we still go for this and say, stop me, kind of thing. So this is, of course, in range of, like, everything, right? But if they commit to this, we should be able to punish them for advancing. Plus, our opponent is now down under half health. So we might be able to set up a scenario like last game where we just push. Yeah, Hevo, exactly. Like, I'm excited to get other big stuff. Don't get me wrong. I love my Molotov cocktail party here. But at the same time, it would be fun to get some other stuff going. Hevo should be a game winner? Should be, but, you know, famous last words. Yeah, you don't want to have anything next to your heart right now. Certainly not in that spot. $240. Ugh. Awkward. I think the jar is more valuable. So we're just going to pressure their heart. If they try and swing to the bottom, which of course they're going to with erratic, we can just... I mean, they're at 1,400 health, like, or just under 1,500. So they don't kill the jar, which is notable. We still have our leap online from Cassowary. They can't body block here because the Hevo will still get stuff. They're going to recap this point with a murder wing, I assume, right? This hasn't moved. I'm fairly certain this hasn't moved. Yeah, there we go. That's fair, but we're still gonna hit it. Like, we can still hit the heart. So they're gonna take another 235, right? 235. So we gotta do 1,000 somehow. This actually leads to more damage on our Hevo. Because they're going to be able to hit with erratic twice, but I don't think that's going to matter. Nice try, Gravedigger. Hit the statue and the Gravedigger dies. I don't care about that. I'd rather just win the game. I'm just going for the W here. We're going for the W. Should we try a Morty assassination on the heart? Like, they can't... the only thing they could do is jar this, right? Yeah, like, this is a Morty thing. I mean, they could body block with the murder wing by putting it on this point, but they can't kill the Hevo, so we're gonna try... Look at this. This is the Black Ops team. Ouchtown population, you, bro! 2 health, get out of here! They can murder... Yeah, I don't care about Cassowary, though. Like, okay, so they're gonna do this, they move this in, that means it's gonna splash to all these things with the erratic hit, meaning that the jar goes down. That is worth it. Now they have to body block with the murder wing to stop the Morty, but that then Hevo goes in. Like, it doesn't matter, they can't kill the Hevo. There's literally no way for them to deal 2,200 damage this turn. You got me. We're taking heart damage, chat. We're in trouble. The assassin. Got him. GG. They didn't need that much stuff. Alright, so we're back on Floor's Lava. And we're going first again. We're going to try the same sort of opener that we had last time. I don't know that it was actually all that good. It's just that our opponent allowed us to do things that they shouldn't. Because they started with that weird Grimes opener. So we'll see what happens. I hear that snowball's pretty good. I've heard some good things. You don't like this map? I actually really like this map. I think this is a pretty good map. I'm not very good at it, but I think this is one of the best maps they have. Like, not just this rotation, but like the entire pool. I think we have to do this. We just don't want to do it this way. Game, come on. There we go. Alright, you, here, this. $256. Oh, nice. This means we don't have to take damage on the cowbell. And we get to cap the point. So they could run across and cap the top. I mean, there's not much we can do about that. What do I think about Unbearable on the middle point? I think it does about as well as Stabby or Bowmangles would. I think those are pretty decent. I didn't realize you hit some of all fears, Zonda. Congrats. You've been severely underutilizing low-cost units? Honestly, that's one of the first lessons to learn, Flamingo, is that the low-cost units are your priority. It's very easy to fall into the trap of, oh yeah, well I have cool stuff I can do with my expensive things. We all do at this point. Well, maybe not everybody, but like, it's easy to get caught in the trap of, yeah, I'm doing cool things. But the problem is that the low-cost units are going to be available every game for the most part. The big gator? Yeah, the gator is cool. He's gonna fall off for you, though. I posted in Discord when you... Did you, Onda? I've lost track. Because we've had a lot of people in Discord do so well as of late. That, like, it feels like every day we're getting new people that are like, yeah, I just hit whatever. And I feel like I'm saying congratulations to everybody left and right, which is great. I'm really happy for everybody. So yeah, Unbearable, similar to Stabby or Bowmangles, I think is sufficient to try and control these points. That's a little annoying because I think this guy's dead. I'm sure I did, Onda. It's just, like I said, there's been a lot of them as of late, so I probably just lost track. There's not really an excuse. I should remember these things. But yeah, to go back to Flamingo's point, the low-cost phobies are generally what decide games. I mean, yes, the big splashy things are cool and all, but a lot of games will be decided simply on the back of, well, I was able to overwhelm the board or something like that. Yeah, when I started using low-cost phobies, my win rate skyrocketed. You can just pressure your opponent so much more by utilizing them. So we're blocking this off, but if they hit us, so it's 4, 6... They won't be able to kill this with a jar. They won't be able to kill this with a jar. And they can't get this with a jar, because they won't they won't be able to reach it. So we're going to soften this up. And then we're going to bank. We're not moving this away, because I don't want them to just go recap this point. I want to keep panic point control as long as I can. Big phobie sometimes can't do all the things without the small phobie help. Exactly. Like, they need an escort. Plus, if you look at it this way, 3 or 4 tiny phobies will generally either overwhelm the damage... Okay, I didn't think about that, but we still control the panic point. That was the goal. They'll overwhelm the damage of a large phobie. So this is problematic because this unbearable will beat up our stabby. Like, unbearable is a good answer to it. And we can't keep the jar in range to keep beating it up because this murder wing is going to come in and snipe it. Now, we could deter them from going in, but I don't know that we can actually do that very well right now. Part of me wants to continue banking, but I don't know that that's what we want. I feel like a Stairmaster might be in order here. The Stairmaster is necessary for the damage output, I think. Or otherwise, we're never going to break this unbearable. I usually destroy the obstacle near the heart for better movement. I could see that. I've considered it at different times. I just don't want to invest in, like, a Gravedigger. I mean, we do have Crushmore now, but my Crushmore is only level 3, so at this stage, it's... With only, like, 1800 health for that high level of a phobie, that's not great. You know what I mean? So we probably don't kill this unbearable. I think it had, like... Oh, wow, it has more than that. It must have been because I caught it when they undid some stuff. We're definitely not killing this unbearable. Not right now, anyway. We are going to trade our stabby for their murder wing, which I guess is okay. I don't know why they didn't do it with the canine. I guess because they wanted to cap all of this. That's fine, I guess. I don't know that we have enough damage to do this. But we gotta try. Okay. That's okay. We're now locked out of our 7/8s. Well, we have no 8s. 7s and 9s. 9, singular. But I guess that was worth it. So we traded Stabby for 6 keys worth of units. But we still can't really kill this thing. I mean, we can next turn, because this can slide up here, this can move up, and then we move the jar up. It depends on what... So they have a jar follow-up. So, like, this is vulnerable. Oh yeah, this is absolutely dead if we're just gonna have to eat some damage for a few turns while we get everything into position. Like, this is down to 600 health. But we're gonna be taking a ton, because now they control 5 points. We could go Clinico to heal this, and I don't hate that right now. Clinico can then run around the map. I don't think we really want that. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Get the Clinico. And eat some damage for now, I guess. They still have 6 keys left, so they could drop something very threatening on the board. That's why I want to preserve this Stairmaster, because it's just high damage output. Trade with Jar? Trade what? The Stairmaster? I don't think we really want to do that. This is actually a very high-level Jar. This is a level 10 Jar. So they could end up advancing the Unbearable and eat our Jar, because they could hit it with Unbearable and then hit our Jar with theirs. But it doesn't seem like they're very interested in doing that. Or maybe they are. I think we're okay with this, hypothetically. I'm not, like, enthusiastic about it, but, I mean, I don't know what else we do. Okay, they undid it. That was a very late undo. We're doing this to keep the AWOL alive. I don't know that we care that much. But maybe. We'll see. He misplayed probably. Yeah, I mean, even if they go for the Jar, they're losing the Unbearable, and then I can just go rush their Jar. Either with Jin Sting or with, well, probably Jin Sting and our Jar. Then I heal ours, and, like, they've traded Unbearable for... Or our Jar would be dead. So maybe actually, I don't think I could get their Jar. I mean, hypothetically, I could pop something out like a Murder Wing, but it would have been out of range. So they go for their own Stairmaster, but I think we just play defensively, force them to commit into us. So they're softening this up. Makes sense. We could invade, but I'm not going to do that. That's a newly dead. Followed up by the Stairmaster, that's fair. So, at 1,000... We have 2 turns for this to get back online. Part of me wants to run it over there, but then it just dies to their Jar. So we're out of range of basically all their stuff. So they can move up for... Wow, that's a really high-level Stairmaster, too. So it's 6, 8, we'll say 900. That's not going to kill anything. Nothing that we're going to allow them to connect with. And the Ted can't get into range this turn, so I think we're okay. I'm preserving the A-wall so that way we can actually get it to connect with the Stairmaster, ideally. We should have pulled this back. I was originally going to run it over, but I regretted trying to do that, so we're just not going to bother. I want to get one more heal out of it. And we will be able to do that next turn. 1,300, you'll hit it once, so that's 11. It's like we could snipe their jar. How much is this going to do? 230. 4. I think we could have gotten their jar. So we bees. No, I don't think that would have gotten it. Start to move the finger to the panic point on the bottom. It'll never make it. Because the jar is in range to hit it on every point here. Unless it was like literally on the point. It could hit this entire triangle. So it would never make it to the bottom. He wouldn't actually need to move. That's the problem. Is like we'd have to swing it down here to Clinico's position, then run it across. It would never survive. Like it would never make it. I think AWOL's safe here. Might not be. Yeah, so they're backing the jar up, which means it's covering way less ground. Our opponent's on a clock and we're not. Well, not really. We're tied on panic points. So we're not really pressuring them. We need to actually make something happen. Oh my god, that didn't kill it? So they might be able to get our jar, but that would mean they expose a bunch of stuff. And now we control the majority of the panic points, so I think we're okay. Yeah, so they get the jar, but we'll counter-kill this thing. The Stairmaster. This goes up here. I mean, I think our opponent probably recognized that, like, what else are they going to do with this stage? Yeah, we still have 3 keys as well. I guess we could have summoned something that turn, but whatever. GG. We got him. Or we should get him. It's going to be a challenge for them to do something. We'll put it that way. And zap. We got him, chat. We got him. And like I said, we'll be back tomorrow. So as always, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And Black Lives Matter.